to the organizers of PGConf India, who consistently have put their heart and soul into making this event a success. And it's my third event, and they have never disappointed. Most importantly, events like this wouldn't be possible without your presence out there. So let me briefly introduce myself. This is Abhinand, working as a sales director in NewtGlobal, where I've been leading strategic discussions over the past few years. Primarily, I focus on managing relationships with major hyperscalers like Microsoft, along with some key BFSI as well as telco customers like Prudential, AT&T, Verizon, etc. So let me briefly introduce who we are and what we do. So we are an ISV with over 2 decades of experience. We are headquartered at Dallas, Texas, and we have a very good presence in countries like Singapore, Malaysia, and also in some regions of EMEA and APAC as well. So we started out providing application development services to Fortune 500 companies like Deloitte, Verizon, etc. But over the years, we have developed platform services and capabilities around app mod, cloud migration, data migration, and DevOps transformation. But over the past few years, we have developed our own platforms in order to accelerate the service delivery. One among them is CAMP, which automates infrastructure provisioning on the cloud. And the other one is DMAP. The acronym stands for Data Modernization Acceleration Platform. And it accelerates database migration process from Oracle and SQL to PostgreSQL. It also enables AKS migration and also migrates source code, work items, history from legacy version controllers like TFS, SVN, Perforce to GitHub and ADO. So as an organization, we do 2 things in a very focused way. One is app transformation and the other one is data modernization. And if the customers are looking to migrate from on-premise to cloud, we step in and help the customer. And at the same time, if they are looking for app transformation, we cover complete 9 yards, be it rehosting, refactoring, or re-architecting, that is monolithic to microservices, and that's one of our key focus areas. And we also play a significant role in data modernization, be it homogeneous, Oracle to Oracle, SQL to SQL, or PostgreSQL to PostgreSQL, and also heterogeneous, be it Oracle to Postgres or SQL to Postgres. As you know, customers now prefer open source softwares like PostgreSQL, and that's our sweet spot, and that's where we leverage our platform DMAP and work with hyperscalers like Google, Microsoft, as well as AWS. Right bottom corner of the slide talks about partial list of customers whom we work on daily basis. You can see customers like Prudential, AIS, with whom we work with Microsoft. You can see EchoStar, and we are working with that customer in collaboration with Google. And you can see Zurich and EY. With these customers, we are working in collaboration with AWS. So we are a niche cloud company, and basically we are premier partners of all the 3 hyperscalers, and we have executed several app mod, data mod, as well as cloud migration, as well as DevOps transformation projects with all the 3 hyperscalers. So as mentioned earlier, we have been in existence for more than 20 years, but in the last 5 years, we pivoted from being an SI to an ISV. During this phase, we conceptualized a platform by name DMAP, and the initial offering was Oracle to Postgres. And our engineers engineered the platform to have modular architecture so that it can cater to different use cases. When Google came to us with SQL to PostgreSQL migration requirement, we quickly built in automation capabilities into our platform so that it can cater to that use case. Oracle to Oracle, SQL to SQL, PostgreSQL to PostgreSQL, all were part of our service catalog, but now we made it platform driven in order to achieve as much automation as possible. So when we were working with a prominent Microsoft customer by name Neighbors, based out of US, they came up with a new challenge. How would you save our cost in terms of compute and storage and not just in licensing? That's when we have built in automation capabilities into our platform to basically transform the data to columnar formats, be it ORC and Parquet, and dump it to blob storage. And that has elevated the savings from just 10 to 20% to 70 to 80%. And as you know, while doing complex heterogeneous migrations, we have to address the application component as well. I mean to say there will be embedded SQL queries at the application layer, and we have to fix them in order for the application to talk to the converted database. Therefore, our platform can auto-assess as well as remediate them. And when we were working with all these customers, migrating their databases to the cloud, we observed a common pattern. Sooner or later, they are going to migrate their applications as well. Not just that, they are going to modernize them and also re-architect them to microservices. And we observed few more things, they don't have any documentation, no test automation. They have some shape and form of DevOps, but definitely it needed some fix. And not just that, they have weak security posture. And keeping all of them in mind, we have built capabilities into our platform to enable AKS migration. So if the customers are looking to containerize the service, we have built capabilities, automation capabilities on that front. At the same time, we have built in AI-powered capabilities into our platform to handle app modernization. As you know, in app modernization, mean to say tech stack upgradation or technology upgradation. Usually customers think that app modernization is just lift and shift, but there will be several components associated to it. You may have to do technology upgrades, mean to say Java or .NET upgrades or tech stack upgrades, be it WebSphere, Tomcat upgrades, right? So, and the primary challenge that we saw is code comprehension. So we use AI search, which is Pinecone DB inside Azure OpenAI, RAG models and vectorization techniques, and create a system wherein users can interact with it and come up with some exciting microservice patterns. So our goal is very simple. We want to make customers' life easy, and that's the reason we made our platform a one-stop shop solution to solve all app mod, data mod, and DevOps transformation problems. So it's not only win for the customer, but even to the hyperscalers, because they can easily identify the cross-selling opportunities and they don't need to go for different vendors. So we have been HFS hot vendors for the year 2021 and 2023. It's a research analytics company like Gartner. And we are the first global company to bring private enterprise LLMs to cloud DB migrations, as well as hallucination prevention mechanisms to cloud DB migration using our platform DMAP. Today in this topic, I would like to cover how enterprises can basically migrate applications and databases securely and efficiently, precisely as well, from databases like Oracle and SQL to PostgreSQL, and making sure everything works right even after migration. So handling the migration of Oracle and SQL to PostgreSQL is not simple as you think. Reason being, there will be complex schemas, PL/SQL components, legacy Oracle features, business logic, performance, interfaces, shell scripts, batch jobs, and there will be embedded SQL queries everywhere. And the only way to solve this problem is to automate things, and that's what exactly our platform does. Now let's delve deeper into our platform. We call our platform a versatile tool akin to a Swiss Army knife. It does migration of both databases as well as applications operating at scale. I want to emphasize the point at scale because most of the competitors in the market don't offer you that feature. It does migration of multiple databases and applications concurrently at the same time. And I would also like to throw some light on how we achieved this solution. Our solution consists of two containers, one dedicated for the database migration and the other one dedicated for application migration, and then both operate at scale, thereby enabling horizontal set of scaling. And this will empower our platform to handle all the phases of migration, starting from schema conversion, data migration, data validation, etc., and all can operate at scale. And not just that, as mentioned earlier, our platform also does app remediation. It will fix the embedded SQL queries so that the application can talk to the embedded database, to the converted database. And most importantly, one more USP is it provides analytics reports at different stages of migration, which becomes handy in a large scale migration. We would like to walk you through all those reports and give a demo of our platform in the later part of the discussion. So with DMAP alone, we can achieve a significant amount of automation efficiency, close to 90%. So this is our execution model that we call it cloud migration cockpit. Unlike other vendors whose focus is generally on schema conversion or data migration, our focus is on cutover, because that's when customers will get the benefit of moving to the cloud and enjoying the licensing costs. So as you know, just migrating the databases and applications will not suffice, and you need to address the cloud components as well. So we work with app teams, DB teams, infra teams, and security governance teams, understand the upstream systems, downstream systems, shell scripts, batch jobs, ETLs, pipelines, their deployment strategy, and basically our platform will enable all the dark blue components that you can see on the slide, backed by our quality professional services. And we are not actually providing a tool, but an end-to-end solution. We handhold the customers until they are satisfied with the migration result and they completely axe out the on-prem system. And you might get a doubt, what is this 12 months to 12 weeks guaranteed? So when we were working with a prominent Google customer by name EchoStar, and they were working with a prominent vendor, I mean they were struggling for more than 12 months, and that's when they gave us an opportunity. And we quickly ran an assessment and we claimed that we will be able to complete the migration in just 12 weeks. But they were laughing at us, but we walked the talk and we were able to complete the migration in just 12 weeks, that's it. And that's why we made it our mantra. So this slide talks about our platform's integration with Gen AI and GitHub Copilot in the last mile. So with our platform alone, we can achieve a significant amount of automation efficiency, close to 90%. And when our platform encounters errors that it cannot fix, then we'll take the assistance of Gen AI. The role of Gen AI is twofold. First, it tries to fix the errors as much as it can, and then it provides the error report. Then we'll initialize a process called as last mile automation. And as you know, for GitHub Copilot, the users have to type the comments against the errors for it to take a jab at it. But this could become cumbersome in a large scale migration. So our approach involves consolidating all the errors scattered across thousands of files. We index them and then predict the comments that users might type against the errors. Then we'll feed it to GitHub Copilot for its initial round of analysis, subsequently providing a single round of IDE experience. And in the single round of IDE experience, the users can do second iteration. And once they are satisfied, they can feed the file back to DMAP, and with the indexes created, this DMAP will swiftly navigate to the places and fix the errors, and then navigate to next steps, that is automated migration and validation. So this slide explains our platform as a data transformation platform. So in the context of a Java based, C++ based or a .NET based application, adaptable on any Oracle configurations, be it standalone, rack or Exadata, hosted on any of the below clouds, and when it's integrated with DMAP platform, it offers a game-changing opportunity. You can land somewhere on PostgreSQL on any of the hyperscalers, leading to substantial savings in licensing costs. Before I delve into the other aspect of this slide, I would like to shed some light on some of our data analysis findings. As mentioned earlier, when we were working with a prominent oil and gas company, we saw that customer was utilizing only 1 to 2% of their total data size, and rest all is dormant and read only. That's why we came up with a solution. I mean, why don't we move that data to a blob storage, leading to substantial savings, not just in licensing costs, but also in terms of storage and compute. And not just that, it also transforms the data into columnar formats, be it ORC and Parquet, and once it's ingested into one lake, it becomes a valuable asset for all the data analysis findings. It serves as foundation for all the lakehouse use cases like data factory or data analytics, data warehousing, and with the advent of Fabric, it becomes even more compelling. So these are the typical steps involved in our DMAP-led data migration as well as application modernization. So we already discussed about how it operates at scale and its integration with Gen AI and GitHub Copilot. So with the thorough discovery and with the containerized solution, it does a thorough discovery and assessment, and it's not just limited to the structural elements like tables, but it delves deeper into the PL/SQL components like functions, triggers, and whatnot. So it then does automated schema conversion, providing conversion report alongside with the error report. And what stands out at this phase is its ability to do automated schema validation, data migration, as well as data validation. And top part talks about application migration. similarly it starts with app discovery. In this phase, it identifies all the source files having embedded SQL queries. It not only identifies them, in the next stage, it will fix them as well so that it can talk to the converted database. So what stands out at this phase is its ability to handle both static as well as dynamic queries. And when even if customer employs ORM systems, it provides adaptable frameworks specific to customer needs. It's also empowered to handle dead code issues. Even though it will not delete the dead code, it will provide suggestions to the users, and users can take a call. So with standard tools, which are available in the market like Oracle-to-PG, we did a benchmarking with Oracle-to-PG, and we observed that, we have seen that Oracle-to-PG was not even able to assess few things like V-arrays, nested tables, associative arrays, package variables, DB scheduler jobs, embedded queries, execute immediate. All these things were not assessed by DMAP, and apart from it cannot operate at scale, it cannot basically handle application piece. These things, even database features, it was not able to assess, leave about remediating it. But our platform will not only assess these things, it can effectively remediate global package variables, associative arrays, nested tables, V-arrays, etc. So I already spoke about all the USPs of our platform. So one thing I would like to highlight here, that is about our DMAP assessment. It not only does migration, but it also does a comprehensive assessment, and the assessment report that it provides can be leveraged to understand various aspects of migration, including technical feasibility, schema conversion complexity, and also providing a solid business case report to understand things like TCO and ROI. So when we were working with a prominent healthcare customer based out of US, they had to migrate 1,000 applications to cloud. 1,000 applications and their associated databases, I think more than 2,000. And we were able to complete the assessment in just 3 weeks, including onboarding, providing TCO, ROI, and also a complete fixed bid price in order to migrate. So it's not only operational to migrate the workloads to the major hyperscalers like AWS, GCP, and Azure. It's even operational to you can even migrate to private clouds through self-hosted community edition. So we were, this is one of our case studies. We were working with a leading insurance company based out of Singapore, and 2 years ago, then we were able to complete the migration of 2 of their complex applications with a lot of challenges. The company was very bureaucratic in nature. There was a lot of access delays, and not only that, the scope was changing continuously, and also there was several other challenges. They were operating on legacy application, and even if we go back to them with a simple query on the code, they used to take ages to come back to us. But we were able to successfully migrate the applications, both the applications, in just 12 weeks, and that's when they were totally impressed, and they have referred to us to their other entity. And this time they came to us with a bigger challenge. They mentioned that this is their most complex application in their ecosystem. If you are able to migrate this, then we can handle any other application. Here, complexity. What I meant by complexity is it's basically a very legacy system. It's a 30-year-old, and all the developers who are currently working are just 2-year-old. So there are several. It's not just Oracle system, but it's on IBM AIX. It's tied to IBM AIX OS, and then the application is on WebSphere. But we quickly ran assessment, and we claimed that we will be able to achieve 90% automation efficiency, and you can see the kicker here. So we were able to migrate 3.7 TB of data with PostgreSQL HADR across the zones and regions, maintained financial accuracy with premium and claim calculation party to 6 decimal places, they were basically having 240 to 250 batch jobs for, they were using it for premium calculations. So we have, and the main achievement here in this particular scenario was improved batch job performance by more than 30%, processing 19 million records in just 10 hours. So already spoke about EchoStar and other case studies. Now our service delivery lead would basically give the demo of our platform and also walk you through some complex scenarios. All these case studies have, we have public reference for all these case studies. That's why we are basically showcasing them. Thank you, one and all.